UWANT D100.
The UWANT D100 push-in docking wet dry vacuum. Clean with ease, direct to the base. All the way to the base. Speaking of the base, this base is the revolutionary feature in the D100 system. Unlike every other cordless wet dry vac on the market, like Tineco's iFloor that requires you to pick up the vacuum and set it down on the base, or worse yet, all of the corded wet dry vacs that have no base at all, the D100's base allows you to drive the D100 straight onto the base with no lifting, turning, or dripping. Please check the smoothness of the floor brush elbow regularly. Floor brush elbow? Ah, the obligatory cleaning brush that comes with all of these upright wet dry vacs. And the special sauce. That's it. That's very simple and compact. All right, we don't need that. Let's check this out. This is an extra filter. We already have a filter in here. So water goes in there. And those are the deodorizing beads. I wonder if that's a consumable. Yeah, the deodorant rod is a consumable. And it lasts 3 to 5 months, it says. So your water tank is this portion, and then your waste tank is this portion. All right, we got our special sauce. Let's see what the instructions say to do it. Add 30 milliliters to 1 liter of water and stir well and pour into the clean water tank for use. So what we're talking about for my American viewers is a quart of water and an 1/8 cup of cleaning solution. I'm supposed to stir it well. And now I get to figure out how to pour this bowl into that tiny little hole. Okay, I just have to say this, okay, folks at UWANT, this doesn't work, all right? First of all, the instructions say 30 milliliters of solution into 1 liter of water, okay? But this doesn't hold a liter of water. So right off the bat, you're just causing problems. Just put lines, look what Bissell did. You just fill the solution tank with water to the line that says water, and then you pour in solution to the line that says formula, and then you're good to go. Hoover took it a step further and built a measuring cup right into the lid of the solution tank. I want to take advantage of this unique opportunity where I have a floor that I know is absolutely filthy and a brand new wet dry vac to clean it with. At the end of my last video, I said, I'm gonna mop this filthy floor, and I did. But it didn't really go as planned. That's what we're dealing with. The floor was just as filthy after I finished mopping. And to illustrate that nothing has improved since I mopped this floor, I'll show you. So let's see how it does.
UWANT D100 at your service. Power mode. Start cleaning.
can't tell if it's putting any water down.
Power off. Please return to the charging station.
Yeah. It's definitely using water. As for cleaning though, you can see it, look at that. Right across the middle of the screen. That's the line where I stopped. So it's doing something, for sure.
Water tank has been removed.
Yes, it has. So let's see how we did. Look at all this. All that hair that it captured. It looks like it keeps it from going into the waste tank. What do you think? Okay, my initial impression so far is generally favorable. I like its responsiveness. With just the slightest turn of my wrist, it doesn't hesitate to change direction. I think that's because it has a lot of power in the brush motor. I can feel the machine trying to pull away from me. I mean, look how far it can go under its own power. And also look at how it lays flat so you can get under furniture.
Detecting cleaning in low clearance area. Adjusting section automatically.
That's not a feature you get with other vacuums. Take the Tineco iFloor, for example. It can reach a couple inches under this sofa. I also like this floating handle, and I didn't expect that because I thought it was kind of gimmicky at first. After using it though, I think it's great. I'm not sure if it comes across on video because I've seen other videos about the D100 and I still thought the handle was gimmicky, but using it feels very natural. It doesn't look natural, but it feels really natural. It's like the handle is doing all of the work and my wrist is just along for the ride, whereas with a fixed handle, my wrist is the hinge the handle is moving on. Like any of these battery-powered vacuums, the initial charge took for fucking ever. Like 4.5 hours, which was really only a problem because I was trying to make a video with it and I was under a time crunch. But on that charge, I was able to clean this whole apartment and it barely dropped the charge level at all. It is surprisingly little water for how much square footage it just cleaned. Doesn't seem like it uses enough water. All right, now let's see how it handles some really tough messes. Let's start with something easy. Black pepper. Now, if you saw my video about the ZV230A smart vacuum robot, you'll remember that it failed at the pepper test. So first, let's try the Tineco iFloor. Now obviously that wasn't a challenge for the Tineco iFloor, but it absolutely reeks in here now from that waste tank. As soon as you turn that thing on, it takes all of the stench from inside the waste tank and it blows it out and fills the room. It's absolutely disgusting.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning.
Coffee grounds. Now I didn't love that when the Tineco hit the coffee grounds, it scattered them into a wider area. So then I had to clean even further and further and further. So that's not ideal. But because it just sucked up a bunch of coffee grounds, it smells a whole lot better in here now.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning.
See, it sucked those coffee grounds up, no problem. It didn't spray them everywhere. It just stayed all within the area where I poured them, so I like that. The yolks and whites were no problem. The shell, gave it a little bit of trouble.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning.
That was more impressive. It didn't take the shell at first, but another pass and it just gobbled it right up, no problem. The noodles were no problem, but the potatoes gagged it.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning. Low battery. Please charge.
Well, it handled the noodles about the same as the Tineco, but it handled the potatoes a little bit better.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning.
The almond milk was probably a nice little palate cleanser after all those noodles and potatoes.
UWANT D100 at your service. Smart mode. Start cleaning.
I've got one more test, and it's absolutely crucial for determining whether or not the UWANT D100 is worth its $300 price tag. Well, that couldn't have gone more poorly. Let's try this again, a little more delicately this time. Not only did the Tineco not get, what is that? It's easily an inch from the baseboard. It's also still leaving chunks of vegetables and potatoes and carrots and shit behind. It's fucking disgusting, and it smells really bad in here. I'm assuming this is what they refer to as the floor brush elbow, and you gotta make sure that it's not filled with debris. The brush goes clear up to the edge on this side and almost slops over a little bit. But on this side, not so much. With the brush slot, there's maybe 1/8 of an inch, and to the edge of the actual roller itself, there's 1/4 of an inch. Look, it's right up to the edge. Right up to it. Just a little bit under the baseboard and on the baseboard.
Start charging. Initiating self-maintenance. Real-time electrolytic antibacterial water activation. Cleanliness intelligence detection in progress. Roller brush cleaning in progress.
It looks like the D100 runs the brush in both directions during the cleaning cycle to dislodge anything that might be stuck in the nap of the roller.
Deep cleaning in progress.
Meanwhile, over here at the Tineco, I'm trying to remember how to start the self-cleaning cycle. Maybe it doesn't have a self-cleaning. How does it self-clean?
The Tineco can't run its self-cleaning cycle while it's plugged in. And its whole cleaning cycle consists of just spinning the roller at high speed for about 55 seconds. The D100's cleaning cycle runs for about 2.5 minutes.
Cleaning complete. Please empty the wastewater tank to prevent bacterial growth. Begin hot air drying, inhibiting bacterial growth.
After the D100 base cleans the brush, it begins a 1-hour drying process where it blows warm air over the brush roller. About once a minute, it rotates the brush a little.
It doesn't smell bad, but it kind of smells good, actually.
Deodorizing balls for the win.
It's in drying mode. I feel like I have to whisper. It's very humid in this general area right here. I wouldn't call that dry, but dry-ish, maybe? Yeah, not bone dry, certainly.
Start charging.